What discovery or field of research do you think should win the next Chemistry Nobel Prize?
Oh, that's a very difficult question to answer.
Oh, no, it's very hard to guess. I mean, I've never tried to predict Nobel Prizes in my life.
You're joking. But the Nobel Prize? I don't speak about these things.
I would think of two things that might be considered chemistry related. One of them, there already was a prize for what's called RNA interference, which uses interesting double-stranded RNA molecules. There is also what are called microRNAs. And these microRNAs are incredible regulators of all sorts of biological processes. So these small RNA molecules, I think, are exceptionally important in terms of development. And they might very well be the basis of an important Nobel Prize. The other is the discovery of phase-separated components in the cytoplasm, molecules that are intrinsically disordered and that have led to a real revolution. And I think that could very well receive a Nobel Prize because it's a different way of looking at biological molecules. But chemistry, actual organic, inorganic, physical chemistry, I just don't know enough to make suggestions in that area.
Yeah, physics or chemistry, I don't really know. I mean, for example, wouldn't have predicted that they gave it last year. I think it was a good prize to the first pioneering climate scientists and studies of complex systems. The Nobel Prizes are traditionally given for work done not last year, but 10, 20 years ago. And of those things, it's very hard to predict. The only one I'm more confident is actually a medicine physiology prize, but that probably won't be done this year, but within the next few years is the one on the science that led to the mRNA vaccines. That definitely has a profound effect on the world, and some beautiful science as well, some beautiful biochemistry, but its impact was medicine physiology.
I think it is something which should be done without pressure of the public. And often they just find things on the internet when it gets hot, when the decision-making time comes, and one should leave these people in the North quiet. They do a fantastic job to try. It's a very hard job. They got fire from all sides when they make a decision, and I think they are trying the best one can. They have information from around the world. They do a very thorough job of trying to find out which area and whether things which are submitted, or let's say whether that person was really the first one for that thing and not. And there are cases where this was almost Sherlock Holmes type of finding out. So I think no pressure is the best thing. And that is why I keep mouth closed.
Which one should win the next Chemistry Nobel Prize? I think there's lots of different areas that should win it. I think protein degradation should win it, even though people will claim that that's somehow not chemistry. It is chemistry. It's a different form of catalysis, but it's still catalysis. But I think protein degradation is really, really important. I would be a huge fan of the Buchwald-Hartwig Prize. I think that is a enormously immense contribution that has allowed medicinal chemistry and medicines to be made. So that would be huge, I think. But there's ones that everyone talks about that I think will certainly win it. I mean, I think moths are going to win it. In terms of things down the line, one of the ones I think probably 10, 15 years from now, you can start to think about, you're beginning to see now, are things like where people are doing skeletal editing. It depends. I mean, it really depends on if it fulfills the promise that it looks like it's going to have, and I think there's a good chance that'll be the case. Then I think for organic chemistry, that would be worthy of a Nobel Prize as well. But you realize along the way, it's just this Swedish group who, and it's their prize and it's their decision, and they get to do with it what they want to do with it. Getting involved in actually naming names is an incredibly precarious thing, and very, very emotionally charged at times. So for me, I'm definitely going to stay out of it. I think the Buchwald-Hartwig one's a safe one though. But otherwise, I'll stay away from all those other ones.